Prince Harry lent his voice to co-narrate a video by the People's Vaccine, released to mark World AIDS Day. The clip draws striking parallels between the struggles for access to HIV medicines and COVID-19 vaccines in developing countries. With this video, the People's Vaccine, a movement of health and humanitarian organizations, experts, economists and global leaders, argues the world is witnessing history repeating itself when it comes to barring poorer countries to access to means that could drastically curb a pandemic. The video is narrated by both the Duke of Sussex and UNAIDS Executive Director Winnie Byanyima. It begins with Ms Byanyima saying, "The world is fighting a killer virus, and not for the first time." It then shows footage from the late 1980s and 1990s regarding the worldwide HIV and AIDS crisis. Late Princess Diana appears in the footage while her younger son, Prince Harry, begins to speak. In the clip, Harry can be heard saying, "There are striking parallels between COVID-19 and another deadly pandemic, one that emerged 40 years ago, HIV." The video goes on noting both these pandemics have caused millions of death, but scientific breakthroughs, such as antiretroviral treatments for HIV and the COVID vaccines, have been able to bring life back to normal for many but not for all, as the Duke can be heard saying. He adds, "This is a story about how corporate greed and political failure have prolonged both pandemic and what we can do to stop it." Ms Byanyima can be heard saying in the video, "Why are the poor being left behind?" Among the organizations endorsing the message of the video there is Frontline AIDS, whose executive director Christine Stegling said, "This is not the first time the governments of rich countries have moved on from a problem as soon as it appears to be in someone else's backyard. We saw it with AIDS, where the transformative impact of HIV treatments in rich countries has seen urgency, focus and funding for the global response fall sharply, and we are starting to see the same thing with COVID-19. We cannot allow history to repeat itself." The COVID-19 pandemic is far from over, but high-income, high-vaccination countries are already starting to talk about future pandemics, while turning a blind eye to those that continue to impact poorer regions. This will only prolong the pain of existing pandemics, placing millions of lives at risk. We urgently need a people's vaccine to benefit everyone, everywhere.